Let's talk to Connor Campbell. He's a financial analyst at Spreadex. Morning to you,
Good
Connor.
morning.
Right, let's talk about Cable. You've sent a daily Japanese candlestick chart. Key events. Tell us what's going on here.
Yeah, it's a sort of stupidly busy week for specifically on the US side of things. You got Trump's State of the Union address on Tuesday, which is sure to be worth paying attention to, regardless of what sort of gumph he comes out with. Then on Wednesday, you got the first Fed meeting of the year. A big moment. You sort of potentially setting the tone for what the central bank is going to be looking to do the rest of 2018. Thursday, you got manufacturing PMIs from both the UK and the US, and then Friday, non-farm Friday. So, a lot of stuff for people to sort of wade through this week. Interesting, you've seen sort of the start of this week. This chart was taken yesterday. Now pound's now pushing back towards 1.4. It's dipped a bit below that this morning. It seems that the dollar's sort of turn around or comeback or rebound, sort of however you want to label it, has gathered a bit of steam this week. Last Friday it managed to staunch its losses, and there were points where it was down quite sharp. Cable crossed 1.43 at one point last week, but the dollar managed to sort of calm that last week, and then this week it's managed to gain a bit of positive momentum against, but not only the pound but against the euro as well. Two currencies that it's been doing incredibly poorly against in 2018. In terms of what the big move is going to be this week, I think the Fed meeting on obviously Trump's State of the Union address, it's a toss-up really. It could be a complete damp squib, or it could say something so outrageous that the markets are sort of buzzing on Wednesday morning. The Fed meeting on Wednesday evening is probably going to be the biggie, and then dependent what kind of tone the Fed say. If they say that they are, if the tone hints at some kind of rate hike in the first half of the year or something, then that maybe makes the non-farm figures on Friday a bit more important, because then you'll start to see investors focusing on wage growth and things like that, and how that stacks up to the US sort of inflation outlook for 2018. In terms of what our clients are doing, I come here last week and said they were selling around I think it was around the 1.4 mark at that point. It took a while for that trade to play out. Obviously, the pound shot up quite a bit at the start of last week before it pulled back. By and large, our clients are now selling around the 141 mark. I will say there is still some support for the pound above 1.4, but overall erring on the side of selling around the 1.41 mark.
Connor, thank you very much indeed.